Uh-oh. Hey guys, it's me, Candy, the celestial goddess. I know it's been a while, right? Right, let me call on my gods, right? And I got a deck I'm working on. I've been working on a lot of stuff, y'all. What's up with y'all? How y'all doing? Hi, YouTube, YouTubers, and how y'all doing? Hi, Google, and all y'all, the Google family. Yeah. How y'all doing? Y'all miss me? I miss y'all too. I've been busy doing a lot of soul work and all that stuff, spiritual. Y'all know how I give it up. I'm about this life. So that is what I've been doing. This is a deck I'm working on, an oracle deck. Now, guys, since I have the slapjack deck, I decided to take the slap. This is the first time I'm using these on here. I decided to take the slap deck, the jacks out of this deck, because the jacks been, wow, not like that, but the jacks, I feel like I've been telling the planets and stuff like that, the jacks that come my way, for the jacks, I don't know, send them to their parents. Yeah, now, yeah, the jacks now for the children, right, adolescents and right, women. So I guess if they fall in that category where they have small children and younger children, then the energy will get to them somehow. But yeah, they got smaller siblings and however that works out. But the Jacks, no thank you. I just send them to their parents because it's the parenting issue and send them to their parents. Kings, queens, and shit like that. See what I'm saying? Like that. I sit at the table with the guards and the goddesses. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I want to be around those niggas. These just the young people. I can't take it. I can't do it. So you gotta admit your limitations. I can't. But the best thing to do is Jax. Listen to your parents. Okay. Do what your parents tell you to do. Honor your parents and your days will be longer on the earth. So I'ma just do, what is it, like a 13 card, Molly? Is that a blank? Oh. A 13 cards. So I'm gonna just go through it. Now I have been looking at the astrology. Taurus got some stuff coming up. Taurus, wow, yeah. Look, Taurus, because Chiron goes into Taurus in June. So Taurus is, especially if you're dealing with Aries. What else? I think Pisces came up in there. I was looking at it. Yeah. Tauruses are gonna go, yeah. The Chiron is the wounded warrior, right? But Chiron is the path of, in my perspective, is the healer, right? But it is connected to all the jacks if we talk about in cartomancy. To me, it is the Chiron placement to all the jacks are important because they working on healing wounds, right? So if you know a jack, you might want to know what their Chiron placement is because it's very important. We going into Chiron and Taurus. This is significant because it is dealing with love natures and the current change. I think Mars and Leo is all connected to like the second house and all of this stuff. So see, there go Leo too. Leo, it depends on how it works out, but it could be Leo too. But let's do. Well, it's gonna be 14 because I gotta include Lilith, right? So I'm going by planets, right? So we're gonna start with Mars, and Mars is in, yes, Leo, a blank. So Uranus here, this is a blank card. I thought I took them all out, but I did say I'm gonna keep one as a blank. This came up as a blank. So for me, if it's a blank, it's like the blank rune if you into hermetics and all that, like runes and all that other stuff. But it's connected to me for you to Uranus energy. So it could have something to do with Aquarius, the age of Aquarius, or it could indicate like something. Pluto is in Aquarius, looking at 11th house. It could be dealing with some entrepreneurial stuff, things like that. So Mars is in Leo, but it could be some connection to And now, a lot of stuff here is happening with Aries. There is lots of stuff happening with Aries, the warrior. Now, and the, what is it? Is it the, something is in Aries. I looked at something at the bottom. The midhaven is in Aries. So yeah, lots of, so it could specifically be related to Aries archetypes. It could be, if we talking about, it's the emperor. So it could be empires, related to empires. If for me, it could be related to also the King of Cups. So the King of Cups for me is usually the first responders and stuff like that. So it could indicate working with them, working with entrepreneurships. It could be with new and upcoming stuff for saving lives. It could be fire equipment, new advancement in fire equipment. See how the fire truck goes off? Okay, I can't make this up. And again, see, Uranus is in Taurus. So Mars people, Uranus, but now, if we talking about the Fool, right? It now Saturn is certainly significant here because Saturn is always working with Uranus. They work in pairs. So it's my perspective that Saturn, right, is the disciplinarian. It disciplines you. But Uranus energy, because when you get disciplined, usually by the father, you be, now the father who? It could be Father God, Father your father, but it trickles down as above, so below. Uranus energy for me is connected to the feminine energy. So it's more like feminine energy, right? So it could have something to do actually with your mother, but some sort of pattern that you've been working on trying to break. Something, it could be related to like generational curses. It could be all types of stuff like that. But now, whatever this is that's coming up for Mars people, right? If you align with Mars for some reason, like in terms of planetary influence and all of this stuff, this could be people that, it don't necessarily have to be you, but it's people that's around you, you know, yeah, that they, or a partner, it could be your kids, yeah. But whatever this is, it is to move you. The planets are always good. They always working, right, on helping us grow and ascend spiritually, right? Mind, body, and soul, the Trinity. But in body, mind, body, and soul. So it's to help, it's to get you out of whatever, because you probably been stuck in a rut over whatever this is. It could be, now since Pluto is in Aquarius, it could be the death of something, the death of somebody, the death of some, because a lot of times now you got to be careful because we get attached to certain things, people, places, and things that you want to hold on to. But that time is coming to an end. Now, because it's related to the 5th house with Mars, and the 2nd house, it can have something to do with a plethora of things. Your 2nd house and your 5th house for Mars people is significantly indicated here from looking at the planets earlier. So, yes, Venus. And this is Venus, right, who rules Taurus and Libra people. Now, Venus is in Aries, right? So there, Aries is dealing with the 1st house. So, again, it could be dealing with law enforcement. It could be dealing with fire departments, these sorts of things. It could be working for them. It could have something with some empire. It could be your boss. It could be your own empire, but it's maybe working on. But now it's an issue here with yourself, right? And your projected temperament here, Taurus. So with Venus and Aries, it's sort of like looking at, because it's like, but this, whatever this pattern is, Taurus, you are burning through your resources. So with Chiron going in Taurus, Libras are somehow, right, um, are going to be affected by this because Venus rules Taurus, right, but also Libra. So Libra will definitely feel some, yeah, will feel something from it because Venus. And how she's going to probably distribute energy, right? So it could have something to do with, but it has something to do with your projected temperament. It could be if you're working in customer service. Right now, you got to be careful with how you treat people, Taurus. Yeah, with how you treat people, how you talk to people, how you project yourself out to people, especially if it's dealing with anger. Also, passion is different from anger. Anger, to me, in my perspective, is a lower frequency energy. It really is short lived. It really is going to end you up dead, mostly. Anger. If you go out doing things in anger, you only going to kill yourself, really. Because it's short lived. It doesn't last that long. You got to drain a lot of energy trying to keep that going. Unless you got something to burn, right? Which is earth energy, Venus, right? Venus is earth energy. So you burning through money, you burning through stuff, you burning, yeah, just burning through your resources. Yeah. So it has something to do with, now the seven of swords, the seven of spades. Yeah. It's some self-sabotaging behavior. Now it's spades. So yeah, this is a very, yeah, a challenging card. Yeah, I didn't write the placements on here because I didn't really want to. I don't want all the decks to be the same. I'm hearing something about Guardian at the gate. It could be having dreams of like the gates of Hades and all this, the three-headed dog. He could be green though. Sometimes it is green or red. But this is what I'm saying. When you fuck around, like if you fucking around in the underworld and all this stuff, then yeah. But it's seven of swords. But whatever it is, the seven of spades, you could look this up, right? And do the work yourself. You could just put this in cartomancy and see what it comes up. But it's definitely from some self-sabotaging behavior. It could be, it's all kinds of things. If this is psychotic behavior, this is cutting yourself. This is, could be suicidal ideations. This is, that's why, because what's happening was coming up with Taurus. It could involve suicide. It could, or surgery, all kind of stuff with this seven of spades, I'm saying. But whatever this is, you did it to you. Yeah, it's from mostly probably how you treated people and how. So now that's what because thinking about this earlier before I move on to Gemini. Taurus, right? I was saying that Taurus better have, y'all better, hopefully y'all got something on reserve. Aries too. Because whatever this is affecting your second house, your money, your possessions, and all of this. So and this is based on what you've been doing in the past. 7 is also a spiritual number, right? So it has everything to do with your thoughts and your logic and your thinking, Taurus. So yeah, so with Chiron going into Taurus, y'all got some stuff that y'all gonna be, yeah, and it's got to do with, I'm telling you, and Chiron stays, yeah, it's a long track, Chiron, yeah. Your love natures, and maybe looking at your Aries placement, yeah, like what, um, what drives this? Because this could be like some sort of psychotic mechanism, something. So yeah, is what I feel like is something. But it's something. It could be. It's a thought process, but it's something driving it. Well, you're gonna be looking at what's driving that and healing whatever that is, because whatever this is is affecting your money. Now with Libra, that's your seventh house. That's your soulmate, partnerships, and also your love, right? Now, and how those two mingle. How they mingle? Do they not mingle? Are they yeah? How they interplay with one another? And yeah, yourself and your love nature, your projected temperament, and your love nature. It seems to be healing whatever the wound is all related to that with Chiron. Gemini. Yeah, y'all better put some, yeah, you maybe save up and do all of that stuff. Because if you've been mean to people, Taurus, then, yeah, I don't know. You're going to get whatever it is you, you want to get back whatever it is you get putting out. So, Gemini. Wow, this is my Two of Swords, Two of Spades. What is that? Something? I can't see it. Let me get the light in a second to see what this says. But it's the Two of Swords. It's my Two of Swords, Two of Spades. Kitchen. Creative partnerships. Twos. Gemini 2. What did it say? Chefs, cooks, short trips. Fast food. Buses. What did I say? Tri-state. So two's been coming up for me a lot too. I'm not gonna lie. For pots and pans, the kitchen. So Geminis, you could be moving, right? Yeah. It could be not alone. Yeah, some Geminis could be moving, changing like location. But I feel like it's just probably a short. It's not like a long distance move. It's a short move, right? Maybe to a place where more buses, more trains, maybe better, more transportation. Moving transportation might be a problem. Yeah, something about your kitchen though. The kitchen. I think the Two of Spades is connected to Moon and Libra, right? But Gemini, I feel like it's something, I don't know, Gemini, something you hiding, right? Jupiter is in Gemini. So Jupiter is the great benefic. It expands you. But now you gotta be careful with Jupiter. Because Jupiter, fucking around with Jupiter, you could go from being like a twig to being like fucking 500 pounds. Fuck with Jupiter. So in Jupiter also, I believe my mother, because I looked at my mother's birth chart, I think Jupiter was in Capricorn when my mother died. Yep. So also you gotta be careful with this too, because depending on where because Jupiter is in Gemini. So Gemini, yeah, Mercury, which is Virgo too. Yep. So Mercury, Virgo, and but specifically for Gemini, because Jupiter is in Gemini. Virgo might be coasting and stuff like that right now in terms of planet besides Mercury always being, right? The overarching theme over them. But now it could have something to do with both signs in terms of short trips and travel and getting around. It could be requiring a move, but something about the kitchen and the pots and pans. It's a restaurants, fast food, short trips, I don't know, cooks and chefs, partnerships. So it could be as good as going into partnership. It could be with a Virgo over a restaurant. Gemini and Virgo maybe going into partnership. or Sagittarius having something to do with this too. So it could be either or. A Virgo in a Taurus. I mean, a Virgo in a Sag, or uh, Gemini in a Sag. But going to, I feel like, into some partnership, it could be over a restaurant. It could be house building, like building a house and talking about the kitchen. It could, like, when you constructing a house, you talk about the kitchen, or it could be looking for a place and looking for a place where it's convenient. Maybe the buses, is trains and stuff, making sure you could get around. And fast food, like it could be convenience stores, like looking for convenience stores and stuff like that. So for Gemini, it seems pretty good. The tour stars, now it usually, like, if you're talking about tarot, it's like a stalemate or something like that. Because it's usually like an X, but in this case, I'm seeing the Suda space is up and down. One arrow going up and one going down. But there's 4 spades here. So the deal could be between 2 people, but there are other people, with 2 other people around or something like this. Now, I don't know, you might want to be careful with that because the other 2 are diagonal. I think the diagonal is better than the up and down. Yeah. Because then how you going to go in partnership, or you better go with the partnership with the person who's going the same way as you, not somebody who, yeah. Yeah, now you're going to be pairing up with somebody who's going up, which, because now, see, it's 4 here, though. So, 2 of them is facing upward, like arrows up, but 2 of them are pointing down. So now, yeah, that. So you might, yeah, I don't know, or you're pairing up or something like this. Maybe 4 people who's splitting, but 2 is going up and 2 is going down. So that, Gemini and Virgo. So, yeah. The moon. Wow. Moon is, wow, and it's a wild card. The back. Moon, Mars is significant here, the first house. So, moon, Cancer people. Now, Mars was just in Cancer. So now, Mars being in Cancer, something already came out about yourself, Cancer. You could be dealing with a Leo, but Cancer, you already know what this is. It's about your projected and your anger issues. And going around, projecting them on people, and it ain't right. So something is a wild card. So in Uno, what do you do with a wild card? You keep, hold on, yeah, you wait. So now it's about strategy, making sure. So you got a wild card, right, Cancer? Now make sure you know when to use your wild. Now this is energetically, you got a wild card. Maybe for passing some sort of test or doing something, right? Well, make sure, yeah, well, it's a wild. So Cancer, be careful how you use your wild card, right? The first house, it could have something to do with some kind of award ceremony, something you could be getting, right? It could be, if you in school, it could be going to the firehouse coming to your school, something like this. But I feel like it's some sort of acknowledgement here. Maybe it could be from a police officer, a fireman. It could be for something courageous that you did, something that you did, and they appreciate you. Somebody appreciates you for it. But I feel like it is the overarching thing. So it's some emperor or something like this who do it. It could be the principal. See, Mercury, and there goes Gemini and Virgo. See what I'm saying? It's for being right, action oriented, for changeability, probably right, accepting change, eagerness, quickness, mercurial temperament, using your mind, right, to get through whatever this is. Rapid change, right. So you got a wild card here. So it seems that Mercury and Mars, and it seems the moon, since it rules you, it could be a trine or something like this, that is yeah. So yeah, use it wisely, beloved Cancer. Wow, good God Almighty. So Cancer, yeah, use it wisely. Leo, the sun, yeah, the sun in Leo. The sun. The performer. And Mars is in Leo, so you definitely about the yeah, Mars deals with, obviously, Mars is dealing with spiritual warfare, obviously, yeah. That, but it's, I mean, how do you get involved with spiritual warfare? You got to be, spiritually ascending, initiating yourself maybe into spiritual, right, growth, like spiritual awareness and all this other stuff. See, the King of Wands, there you go, Leo. And then, but then shit, whew, the Ten of Swords, which is Sun in Gemini. Now, the crown, this card, I put a crown on here. Crown, Saturn. Ship. Yeah, ship. But now, yeah. So you could have lost somebody due to, like, it could have involved spiritual warfare. Or at the best is maybe getting out of whatever, yeah. Like, it could be some sort of Leo, some sort of family heirloom or something like that, or some hermetic, right, perspective, some sort of religious perspective, because it is the King of Wands. That is coming to an end. It could involve it could be, because it's the 10th house, right? It involves the 10th house, so it could be everything around and involving the 10th house. Government, it could be some seat in a corporation or something like this is coming to an end. 10 of Swords. It could be with somebody really physically dying, or it could just be some putting an end to, I feel like it's more likely to spell work and all this other stuff, because the King of Wands, the King of Clubs is right in Cardinal, the cloud. So that's what I mean. It is somebody who is a spirit, who you would call, who would probably say, with the Ten of Swords card, somebody who would probably say they spiritually inclined and all this other stuff. But in what though? Because what caused the Ten of Swords? This is spades. This is the, yeah, thought part, yeah. This is not, yeah, the Ten of Pentacles. This is not the the Ten of Diamonds. This is not the Ten of Hearts. And it's not the Ten of Wands, which is a burden, right? This is, yeah, the ending of ships. So it could be travel. It could be long distance travel. It could be a whole, yeah. But it's spades. So that's what makes this very serious. I feel like this is more of a, probably people who was involved in the occult and all this other stuff. But I feel like that is too much, probably death and all this other stuff. And this person probably don't want to keep doing this right here. Like the legacy of it. Because the King of Wands, is somebody whose head is up in the clouds. But how your head gonna be in the, but yeah, your head. Because my mother used to tell me, you can't be so heavenly bound that you know earthly good. It's Gemini energy. Sun. Now, Sun and Gemini. Now, Gemini, yeah. But it's the ending to whatever this is. Yeah. The King of Wands here, this archetype, whatever this in your life, whatever this is coming to is the end. So, I don't know if you're thinking about going on a cruise or something like this. I don't know if it's a good time to be going like on a ship or a boat or some shit like that. Traveling by water, I don't think so, not right now. Hell to the no with Saturn and the sun in, the sun, inside Gemini, this stuff, yeah. I don't know about that. Like traveling by water and all this other stuff right now. I don't think that's a good idea. Certainly, not like no long distance travel over no water. So yeah, but I would have to say, sun people, Leos, everybody, lots of baths and stuff like. If you got a husband, King of Wands, because that's the king, he did a lot of baths and stuff like that. Baths. Purifications. It could be like diabetes. It could be shit like that. Sugar. Yeah. See, the swords, the needles and shit like that. Yeah. The King of Wands, yeah, that is speculative. So knives, cutting words, just cut throat, all this stuff. Yeah, whatever this is. Yeah. Now, and it is the performer. It could be the heads of certain empires, like businesses and things like that. Is it could be dying bosses, empires, the CEOs, things like that. It could be something happening with them. So yeah, who's next? Pluto, right? Pluto is in Aquarius. So Pluto in Aquarius, I believe, is in the 12th house, right? So, or the 11th house? What is it? I think it's the 12th. One of them. Something like that. So, but nonetheless, it is in Aquarius. So depending on what house it is in your personal chart, that it is significant. But Pluto is, I feel like it circles cyclical trends, cyclical patterns, cyclical stuff, paradigm shifts. So you might be feeling cyclical circles and stuff like that, but they are associated with God. If you're feeling like circles and stuff like that around you, Scorpio, yeah. But that's what Scorpios do. A lot of them, cause paradigm shifts. So that's what I feel like could be happening. Where it could be, I feel like it's like you could be around somebody who do drugs. Drugs that make you drowsy. Drag you down. Or like some downward pulling down, Scorpio. But it's something in the head, right? some sort of, it could be like getting dizzy spells and things like this. Or maybe Scorpio people, right, and Aquarius people, maybe you need to probably go to the doctor and maybe get a physical, maybe get checked out. It could be something, I'm hearing physiologically wrong. Physiological. Or your eyes rolling or something, like eyes rolling around and something like that. Like rolling, yeah. Like, but it's uncontrollable. You can't control it. Your eyes rolling. Pluto. Come on, Pluto. Pluto. So, yeah, Pluto, it being in Aquarius, is putting, because Pluto is the transformer. So, it is, yeah, transforming. So, I feel like, okay, a lot of, friends groups, friends and all this other stuff, groups are going to be getting severed. A lot of friends groups are going to be getting severed with Pluto. A lot of like what are the like a lot of the businesses that we know, like in America and certain states that have been considered like institutions for humanitarianism and all of that might go down. It might be the end of certain establishments, businesses, yeah, but that were made maybe generations ago. Some like systems and things like that that really was created, like, yeah, it could be centuries ago, decades ago, are gonna be coming to an end. So new ones could be rebuilt. So that's what Pluto is doing in Aquarius, because they deal with humanitarianism and all of that. So they support, yeah. So Pluto, Scorpio people are probably working closely with Aquarian people or Age of Aquarian people. But Pluto is also going to be working with these, because it could be at work, but I feel like it might be, right? Work related, but somehow it becomes personal. Well, y'all talking, yeah, y'all now discussing like personal things. So how, yeah, Venus might be significant here, like Taurus too. The second house, maybe seventh house. But for yeah, see, for Pluto, Peleus and Ceres, if you into that sort of thing, you could look it up and see what your placements are and see what's happening, where they are, because they're significant. So you could look those up yourself and see. The Pisces decans, Neptune, yeah. So it could be you are a Pisces decan, a third decan, Pisces, Pluto, Tony, persistent, impressionable, empathetic, and a good lover. Good God Almighty. Because it's Pisces with Scorpio, with Pluto. A third decan, Pisces, it could be. And wow. And then, wow, Scorpio. Then Jupiter. Because now, Pluto, or Plutonian people with, right? Um, if you're watching a Pluto part, then Pluto is, the planet is significant to you. So Jupiter also, which here I got Sag and Pisces. Good times, prosperity, cheerful, monogamous, jovial, temperament, good fortune. And tens. I don't have one. Where? Yeah, I do. I'm gonna go get it. I'm not right now. I'm gonna get it. So yeah, Pleiades and Ceres are asteroids, right? I believe they related to Vedic. I do, and I have been gridding them. So since I'm a Scorpio, I'm gonna keep these out for Scorpio since I'm a Scorpio. And yeah, and put them on my bread. For yeah, Scorpio, Pisces, Decan, wow, yeah, and Jupiter. And so Jupiter is in Gemini. So Pisces, I mean, so Scorpio, you could be dealing with a Gemini too, with Gemini. Me and Gemini is really tricky, but it just depends on what else is going on in their chart. Gemini, me and Gemini, yeah, it's hard, but it depends on what else is happening in their chart. So Scorpio probably been doing, because if you're a Scorpio like me, probably been doing a lot of rites of passages and ceremonies, like 4 wands, that happen like in the astral plane. I'm not really, no, I'm not sleeping when this stuff happens. Actually, I'll be up and seeing, yeah. It happens when I'm actually, a lot of it, awake. So mine's are not scary. So these not right now in the beginning, but I've been walking this path for a while. So now I'm getting to this part. Good times, prosperity, cheerful, getting married, and this actually, yeah, doing all that kind of stuff. And just, but yeah, waiting for it to materialize for me. So yeah, Jupiter, right? It's about it being expensive and all of, yeah. So yeah, just look up Peleus. It could, the Pisces, now the decan card, it could be anyone. It could be a decan. I'm saying 3 because Pluto is there and this is a Pluto reading. But even if your moon sign is Pisces, still look, yeah, if wherever Pisces is, look and see the degree, see what decan it is, yeah. So Jupiter, Jupiter, who came out here, obviously is dealing with Scorpio, Pisces, Neptune, Neptunian people. Jupiter is really good. Jupiter, I just be careful with Jupiter energy. It is in Gemini, so now with Jupiter, yeah. But he is the great benefic. And so here, Scorpio, it's a good times, prosperity, cheerful, all this other stuff. Obviously, it depends on, right? Whatever it is that you've been doing, right? So Jupiter people, see, here we go. 6 of diamonds, which is moon in Taurus. Oh, we got another blank. So there go Uranus. And fuck it, to for good God Almighty. So, yep, there goes, it's a wild card. Jupiter. Sagittarius. You got a wild card. So, and it's from Uranus, 11th house. What I get to come from this to see how this comes from each other, I tell you. So, it's for obviously how, okay, Uranus in the 11th house, humans. This is the question this is my question I got from doing the cards the plans gave to me. Humans, how's that working for you? See? I don't know what maybe, I don't know. When I write this, I have no idea. But that's what I was told to write. Humans, how's that working out for you? So the moon is, this is moon in Taurus, but I did write Capricorn, Virgo could be significant here. So I'm gonna try to have it. I'm hungry. Yeah, I'm hungry. So it is a wild card, and the moon in Taurus is here, which is, see, 6. That's my moon sign. My sun, Scorpio, Pluto, my moon. My midhaven is in Pisces. I don't know how many it was a decan, but my Jupiter is in Aries. So hopefully, I hope so. To Taurus, great. Thank you. Ooh. I've been dealing with Aries all my life, all Mimosa and Leo. But there you go. Damn, Sag. So I feel like that's it. They say, yeah, you're raining. No more. I feel like you should know. But that's good. Use your wild card wisely. Jupiter. If I got a wild card, this for my past life. Can we take what's good from it and can we just get a skip? Like what is? Because I have a retrograde in here, right? So if I got a wild card, um, well, if I do, then can I? Because this is my moon, right? So it'll be like from past life. Yeah, then I want to skip. Unless can we pass go and skip whatever the fuck this is and just make it blank and just keep it good and erase so. Okay. I'm just saying, I'm putting it out there now. Fuck it. Let's skip all the year. Get through. Let's just get to the good part and expand to Taurus, right? Because after V, right? Aries is Taurus. So let's go ahead and go to Taurus. Shit, Venus is my bitch. Let's go ahead and go to Taurus. Then if we can do that, let's just go. Aries, no, I can't. Yeah, no, thank you. Leo, it don't really work. Sag in terms of like sun, I got moon maybe, but not sun. The guys, yeah. But moon time maybe, cause it's what's hidden. But it's good. So I'm gonna lose mine right there. If I got any access to that, wow, then that's mine. Let's skip it. Moon tour. Get to the good part. Fuck it. Let's clear that retrograde Pluto. Let's do that. And just skip. If I can. Fuck it. It's above, so low. Ooh. Now I want to put this shit back, but I can't. Who's this? Pisces? Neptune. Good God. Oh, freaking mighty. Damn, Neptune. Now, I'm just saying, because that was Aquarius, right? This is the last one. Neptune. Now, Neptune, people, Pisces, Neptune, take the cake. Goddamn, the big fish. Whew. That's the king of diamonds. That's the big fish right there. God damn it. But the problem here, Pisces, is this moon in Cancer. You hiding something, Pisces. And the cradle, which is a wild card. So you do have a wild card from Pluto. But now, shit. I like it hot. Now, the King of Pentacles is 10th house, right? It's mostly, it could be a Virgo or a Capricorn. It's mostly Capricorn. So, yeah. It's really Capricorn. But you could be dealing with a Taurus or you could be dealing with a Virgo. But specifically, it could be a Capricorn. But now, this is a boss. This is the big fish. But now, the big fish coming up with or you dealing with somebody who he's still stuck in the past. It's moon energy. This guy he got a wife probably and a baby or something. So Pisces, you might have caught you a big fish, but the moon in Cancer here. This is the feminine. This is not. Yeah, this is a woman. This is feminine energy. This is a woman, and Now, it's moon in Cancer. Now, he could be disappointed, right? If this is now, yeah, or somebody's disappointed him. Now, the reader is about you. So it could be your placement, right? It could be, because I don't like reading about, right, other people, like, too much. So, see, I'm getting a no-go. Stop. But this moon in Cancer right here is significant right here. This guy already, yeah, Pisces, he is a big fish, but now he's definitely attached. He's married. And there's a cradle here. Now, it could be astrologically. Now, I hope you ain't use a cradle for this motherfucker. Like, I hope you ain't use a cradle and then you got this. Because this guy is already attached. And when I come, he probably an Aries or something like this. He probably also, yes, like this, I feel like it's a sense of depression. I was just talking about this earlier. Like, it's something, he's still attached to the past here, Pisces. He's attached to some disappointments. See, Jupiter, the Six of Wands is right here. Now, and what, yeah, this one, yeah. Jupiter and Mars, Jupiter and the Sun, and the Jupiter and Gemini. I got one. It's called the Six. So, Six of Wands, this is out in the open, yeah. So you know whatever this is now, because people use astrological stuff all the time, astrology. So you could have did some spell work, because Pluto, see, 8th house is there. And yeah, the most I could tell you about this is that now the king, he did come up here. There's a big fish, but or this is, if this is your father, Pisces. Now something like this, but the Four Cups is here, so it's some disappointment here now. Obviously, the cradle. Now this is an astrological aspect. Now, with Pluto being right there, the occult and all of that stuff. Now, if you did, yeah, astrology and you did some, yeah, occult magic with it, I don't know, this is leading to disappointment. And then Jupiter, this one say Jupiter and Gemini. I just got finished talking about Jupiter and Gemini. And see, what is this under here? This, yeah, the Queen of Swords. And then the squares under there. This person is already squared to something. And right now, it's disappointment and all that stuff, yeah. This some sort of sadness and disappointment and all of that other stuff. It does deal with a cradle, so now I don't know. Yeah, if it's who cradle, if it's somebody cradle, a baby, something like this. Maybe he was hoping for a baby, something around a baby, but Pluto capped this off. So, yeah, I don't know if this is, yeah, what you were shooting, but that's why I tell you, you got to be careful. If you did a love spell or something like this, you got to be careful doing this sort of stuff, because it usually backfires. And the person ends up rejecting you for it. So, Pisces, yeah, I don't know. But it is the big fish. He could be in government. He could be a corporate, right? A corporate guy, something like this. But the Four Cups there. Damn. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, I don't know. Pisces. That, yeah. How? Yeah. But now Pluto capping it off. Pluto rules, yeah, death of all kinds and shit like this. So you see what I'm saying? We going somewhere where I really don't want to go with this, Pisces. Cause see, when you do trickery, I feel like it is the occult. It's magic and shit that's been done here. When you do, it never turns out right. It just leaves the disappointment, shame, and embarrassment, and all this, and then if the baby, if you did, yeah. But now, if it is the baby that you got from up there, then the baby it just dropped down here to do what? Cause this with the full cups. So it's with a sad mom, a disappointed mom. It could be a drug addicted mom. Or, yeah, somebody. The baby, yeah, it could have came up from astrology, right? Using this, but the baby, right? The mom is depressed or some shit like this. It's full moon in Cancer. It could even be doing this shit and then Pisces, like your wife could have did something like if this is something I did, and then she's not even capable because the four cups, she's not even capable really of taking care of the baby because she probably fucking depressed. Yeah, I supposed to gotta be careful doing this stuff like doing spell work and all this stuff because yeah, and Pluto said I like it hot. With the King of the Fish there, it could be all kind. It could be STD. It could be all kind of things going on in there, depending on if it's a Taurus or a Capricorn. I mean, it depends on what sign it is. Taurus, Capricorn. Yeah, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. It just depends on what it is. Something like it hot, Pluto. I don't know, y'all. Godspeed. Peace out. I'm gonna eat. Bye.